Welcome back to a Setter Podcast. I got my co-host Mark here. He's
Hey.
looking ever so crisp with the new camera. Look at that man. Look at all the features. Look at the details in his shirt. Look how crisp and clean he looks. Look at the curls. So, how you doing, Mark?
Pretty good. As I told you in the car right here, I am recovering from being sick from last week.
From the plague.
Maybe because the way I was feeling made it felt like that. It hit me out of nowhere, but I got through it because with the power of family.
Yes,
I pulled through.
With the power of TORETTO flowing through your veins, you were able to persevere.
Yep, I just prayed to him every night, and I'm alive. So good thing, he was there. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. All I really have is just sniffles, but.
I'm gonna get you like one of them Jesus candles, but instead of Jesus, it's gonna be TORETTO.
I'm just wrapped
So
around
whenever you're
it.
sick, you can just pray.
I'm just light it.
You can pray to family into the power of driving cars.
Driving cars, yeah, that's how you solve all your problems.
To the God of white beaters.
Yeah, that's how you solve
you'll
all
be
your
good.
problems. You have a problem, just make sure you have family and a car, a fast car at that.
Yes, a muscle car that you can grapple hook onto a pole and swing through a canyon and land back on the ledge and get to safety.
Because not come out with a single injury.
Because family and your car's tires, brakes, and everything are just perfectly
is fine. Yeah.
They just need to they need to base a Fast and Furious in Philly and just watch how their cars just deteriorate from potholes and shitty driving.
Because they might have gotten through bank robberies, crazy military shit, but they've never experienced Philly potholes.
But they've never driven through 5th Street or 2nd Street.
They've never driven through that. Man. Shit, I was about to say something. I totally forgot. Fuck.
Use the power of family to remember, Mark. What are you doing?
You're right. It was something about TORETTO. It was something about him, and I just forgot. Something about the cars, but I don't know. Yeah.
Have you watched the new one?
The new one, no. Everybody was saying, though, they were just like, bro, I don't know what I just watched. they were
That's
just
basically what it, that's what I'm saying. I don't know who they're fighting, where they're at, what's the purpose, why, what is the purpose of whoever the person that they're fighting is doing.
Yeah.
I don't know who's still alive, who's died, who's come back to life.
Yeah, because people, have just showed up after they claimed to be dead.
Yeah.
Okay, now I remember what I was going to say. I was like, they just need to do a collab with a Marvel movie and just fucking
At this point, that's what's going to get.
Bro,
I can't wait.
I would not be surprised to just see my man show up out of nowhere and just pull up and be like, for family.
I can't wait for the Fortnite and Fast and Furious collab that's going to happen.
Yeah, it is.
Buy the battle pass and get to level 100 to win TORETTO.
TORETTO, specifically TORETTO.
And his different
that
forms. So
whole
it's
white beater.
The regular is the white beater.
True.
And then it's bulletproof vest, and then it just graduates to the white beater with the crazy cross chain.
Yeah, cross chain. I feel like it should be the other way around though. I feel like the white beater should be
Should
the
be the
last
last.
thing. Yeah.
Or just that, but is gradually I remember when most people were playing, they had the superhero one. They're the suit would just gradually get cooler.
Yeah.
So it's just regular white beater, and then the chain, and then the chain gets to the point where it's just giving off all this energy. It's just glowing and
imagine it's just huge,
iced out like crazy.
Oh, that'd be something to see that. I mean, hey, Fortnite's done everything, so I wouldn't be surprised.
In this past couple months, they've had Beast Boy, Rick and Morty, FIFA.
Yeah,
Lord knows what else.
Exactly. So,
yeah,
it's bound to happen. Fortnite, make it happen. Come on, what are y'all doing? Damn. So yeah, and other news that happened in the past week. Actually, before I get into that, I want to tell you that something crazy. Something crazy.
I
say something.
have a child.
I say something. It's oh shit. No, I have a job, but I want you to guess what it is. And just be generic. I don't want you to be specific. Try to be I'm not going to try to make you be specific. Just
you work at TORETTO's body shop.
Damn it, that was weak.
You have an OnlyFans.
No. Wow.
Wow. Damn. I don't know. Shit. You work for SEPTA.
No.
Uber driver. Uber driver.
Uber driver. No.
Can I get like an industry? Like, are you like food, retail?
I feel like if I say it,
It'll give it away. Wingstop.
No.
GameStop.
No.
Another stop. I don't know.
Another stop.
Toys R Us.
Toys R Us. What?
You're a nurse, truck driver.
No. Maybe one more
You're an
try.
accountant.
No.
Okay.
I work at a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like a chain or is it like a family restaurant?
It's not a family restaurant because it's obviously like there's not owned by just the family, but it's owned by like a bunch of different people that like are there. So it's like a bunch of different people that own it. You know, they have like part owning of it. So it's like a group of people that kind of like.
So it's not a chain. It's like
it's not
a
chain,
local
no,
restaurant.
Yeah, it's a local restaurant. It's called Savona.
Savona. Is it like fancy? It sounds fancy.
It is.
So you get them crazy tips. You get them.
Yeah, it's pretty fancy. It's not around here. But I got the job because my boy Seth hooked me.
Oh, so are you working with him?
Yeah,
cool.
That's where I'm working at. And yeah, it's been it's been an interesting experience because again, like I've never worked in an industry like that, you know, as far as food and just also in a restaurant. And not to mention, I work in like you said, fancy restaurant, and it's kind of like, you know, that higher end like 5-star type restaurant. So it's not like
yes, chef.
Yeah, so it's not. So I'm not cooking, but it's not like you know, I started off in like a more lower chain like restaurant or anything like that. It's kind of like my first type of restaurant, and I just went all the way straight to the top. So it's kind of like
doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's doing pretty good, but it also is very like intimidating and fucking just like I guess just trying to get used to like everything that they do. But I'm a food runner, so all I do is just really take food to the tables and stuff like that. But we also had to do regular like cleaning shit and everything like that. But the main thing is just being able to, I guess, remember tables and then also carry plates. And the main difficult thing is carrying 3 plates.
That shit stressed me out, bro. I would drive you even in here. You be seeing how I be tripping on shit. We be in here trying to set up, and I trip over every light in the room.
Bro, yeah. After a while, you get pretty used to it, but it's not so much. Like you get used to carrying the plate. The difficult thing is trying to when you're carrying the plate, and then also remembering the table, and then they also give you the table seat numbers of the plates. So then you got to remember, you know, which dish goes to what seat, and then not to also mention. The worst part of it all that I just can't stand is that there's some plates that are hot. So trying to balance 3 plates and then the one that's hot as shit and you're just...
You gotta get the rag underneath.
Bro, there's no time. That's the thing. When I mean to tell you, these people, you gotta go. Like as soon as they like food, they like take this to table, this, seat 1, seat 2, seat 3. And you're just like, yeah, bro. I burned myself. I'm not bullshitting you. I've literally burned myself at least over 5 times now.
How long has it been? Plates. Like a week or something?
I've been there for at least almost a month now.
Damn, what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to mention on the podcast before, but we ended up always talking about something else, and I never was able to like segue into anything. So I was like, shit, and I was like, I wanted to like tell him, but I just ended up never being able to.
I'm gonna pull up on you.
But
I'm like, I want my food runner to be marked.
I just got to make sure that I'm there when the food is ready because they usually never do it like different.
By table is just whatever.
No. They do it by table really. Like so, whoever gets there and whatever ticket goes like comes up next, they make that food and whatever is usually on the table for us to take. They usually make sure that whatever we take is for one table. They don't like put like 5 different dishes on there and they're like, we take this to table like 34, this one goes 37, this one goes to like 40. Like no, it's just like whatever's on there you just take, and most likely it's always at the same table. But yeah.
What kind of food we talking? Italian?
It's really it is Italian, but it is mixed. Like at first it was like I heard the menu was mainly Italian, but then they kind of switched to like a bunch of different stuff. So they have, you know, ribeye steak, they have filet mignon, they have, you know, pasta, which is the Italian side of it. We have pizza. What else we have? We have like different type of fish. We have a dish called Dover sole, and that's a type of fish.
When you sacrifice your soul?
Kind of.
The chef is just like...
You just see somebody in the back like...
over the salmon. Just
give it the flavor it needs.
Dove so domine. Just start saying the whole prayer.
Somebody comes back who's like, Chef, I love that soul you gave that fish. It's like,
It
thanks.
was magnifique.
But it's whatchamacallit, we get that fish, and I've heard, at least from what I heard, I think they say they get it imported from like Italy. So
Okay.
yeah, pretty expensive fish. Yeah, and these dishes don't be cheap either.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
you be
So there'd be a lot of rich people that be coming through this place, bro. Not to mention, a lot of times they also come like in their fancy cars. So, bro,
That's another.
the amount of cars I've seen, bro.
Yeah.
I've been like, I've seen Lamborghinis.
You just you just be like, I'm too broke. I gotta step my shit up.
I've seen Bentleys. I've seen crazy ass Mercedes. Obviously Teslas.
I was gonna say that's another, like, especially in like fancy places. That's another good job to have too. Kind of if you're going off tips, like valet.
Yeah, and bro,
They just slide you 100 for no reason.
basically, I'm trying to remember like some other cars I've seen. A lot of Porsches. Shit. I'm trying to remember.
Just the supercars that.
Yeah, basically. Maseratis.
Yeah.
I'm just like, bro, what? And it just be like, they don't, and obviously you could tell they're like rich, but it's just like the idea that you just, I can't believe you just walk around like with this car. And you're just like, you're just chill.
Whatever.
You're just like, whatever. Like, bro, like, I see that and I'm just like, damn. Like, shit. And I always try, and every time too, like, I never usually sometimes see who the person is when they arrive. So I'll end up coming outside because we have this thing outside, like this tent type thing, you know, because obviously because of COVID, so they ended up making something so that people could sit outside, and it's pretty big too. But we're usually always inside waiting to take the food, and so I never usually see them park. So then like I'll just have food, and eventually I'll go outside and I just see this fucking crazy ass
The
car. And I'm
lineup,
like,
Fast Furious, Dom Toretto's out there. Full circle.
yeah,
full circle.
full circle. And I'm just sitting there like, bro, what the hell?
Serve me this food with family.
Y'all have a table for me and my family. It's like, yeah, sure. But it's always some crazy shit. And then I always end up seeing like them leave. And I'm just like, man, I always try to like look at tables and I'm like, who the hell could it be? Whose car could it be?
Have you seen anybody like, did you notice in there? Or?
No, never noticed anybody, honestly. But
You're just like,
a lot of people that they say, you know, usually always go there a lot. And they say
Regulars.
there's a lot of regular people. And it's like insane because it's like, bro, you're a regular. You come here like almost like every day.
and the shit is like
things are expensive as fuck.
$500 check for 2 people.
And you're just like, I'm just like, bro, okay. I could never spend that much money almost every day just to eat.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I will definitely take some like McDonald's at one point. Like it's fine. It's okay. I don't need to eat this stuff. But yeah, we have a lot of others like, you know, stuff as far as like, you know, shrimp cocktails, crab, lobster, oysters, all that shit.
You just
So yeah, it's been
you serve Dom Toretto, and then you're like, all right, sir, like it's time to pay for the check. It's like, who needs money when you have family? It's like, motherfucker, get on. The shit is $600. You know?
I just look at him like, okay, that was some good acting, but really, here's the check, and I'll give it with family. It's like,
My
okay,
family will cover it.
I'll be like, all right, I'll be right back.
Is that like a currency from another country? Or?
It's like, I'll be right back. So he said he wanted to pay with family. What do I do?
He does this every time. Just go with it. He's gonna pay. It's okay.
He's gonna pay. Don't worry. Usually, when you just say you agree, he'll walk away, and then somebody else, one of his his bodyguards or something. Usually,
His family. Sorry,
yeah,
not his bodyguards.
My bad. His family pays, but we like to keep the image that he pays all the time with family. Man. Oh yeah, we also have like a wine cellar at the bottom and all this type shit. So.
Did they pay you to advertise?
No, I was just trying to describe it.
It just sounds good.
I don't like tell a lot of people. It's stressful.
It's fast paced. That's why.
It's really fast paced, and I'm like always on my feet 24/7.
Yeah,
and I don't mind it. I really don't, because work is work, and I don't mind it, but. It always hits me like the last 2 hours.
It's always like that. So like you'll be like, because it'll probably dial down, so your adrenaline just kind of dips off.
Yeah.
It's also like that. That's what I was about to mention. Like as soon as you like leave or get in your car and you sit down, you're like,
Yeah, it's so
and
funny.
that drive home.
It's so funny because I drive there with Seth. We have like the same schedule. So every time we leave, Seth used to always tell me, he's like, bro, he just looking at me, bro, like, there's no better feeling than right now.
Yeah.
You just leave. Like, there's no better feeling. And I'm like,
It's quiet in the lot. It's just
you're
like
just chilling. You're just driving. I'm just
it's
like, okay. And then usually when we finish, because I have like the exact same schedule, so I usually work Wednesday. I'm trying to work Thursdays. I don't know why I'm never getting put Thursdays, but usually I work Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. But I try to work Thursdays too. So usually I work all the way then, but then I have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off. So whenever it's like Saturday, you'd be like, bro, it's the last day. Like we finally, like we made it. Another week, we made it. It's like there's no better feeling than right now. So I'd be like, yeah, that's true. There's definitely no better feeling.
fine dining and breathing.
Basically, because I'd just be dying in there. Basically, that's what it'd be. Because it's just so much sometimes, and then there'd just be a lot of people, like a lot of heads. People just come in, and you're just like, it's just so run with like you have to clean like the dishes and all that stuff. Like you gotta like do all that stuff. So it's like to have people come like last hour and you're just like, bro, like hurry up and leave. Like I stay here because you haven't left yet. So it always be like that. Like there was the last day, because we're closed right now for the holidays, but the last day on Saturday, yeah, there was this one couple that was just chilling inside the restaurant.
Not even eating.
Bro, we had the lights on and everything because usually we have them very dim. So we ended up turning, we have like...
Oh, like it's the end of the night, so you just cut everything on.
Yeah, we have the lights on. We over here cleaning and everything. We just talking like loud. We just joking around. They still just chilling there. I'm like, y'all gonna leave? Like, bro, like y'all don't see the lights on? Like y'all not like, you know, like, oh, let's wrap it up.
Everybody's tying up their fucking schmucks or like their aprons and shit.
Like, bro, like you ready to leave? Like,
hanging their shit up. Everybody got their keys in their hand. Y'all just staring at them like...
Bro, it's like 10 o'clock. Like, y'all need to go home.
You need to leave.
You need to leave. It's like the 4th of July tomorrow. Come on, dip. Like, why are you still here? But yeah, it's been a fun ride. But I always get through it with family.
If you learned that, why is somebody calling me? If you learned anything, it's family.
It's family, yeah. That's what I've learned, you know. But no, it's been a good experience. Like I said, I've never worked in a place like that before, so doing something like that now is just like, it's very different. But I enjoy it for the most part. You know, it's literally like, that's the thing that's crazy too. It's really not hard. It's just the idea that because it's so fast paced, because you're on your feet all the time, because like all these other little things, that's what makes it, I guess you would say, I wouldn't call it like annoying, but it's always like, you know, something that you got to think about. But it's not bad. It's just, you know, doing all that takes a toll on you.
You all right? You sound like it's only been a month. You sound like you could about to collapse.
Yeah, I am. No, it's fun though. Definitely, like, I definitely enjoy it. But like I said, it was just very, I guess, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but just, you know, interesting to kind of like get into like this higher up of like a restaurant type business when I didn't even like start anywhere before.
You weren't at Applebee's.
Nope.
You went straight to
I went straight to
the big dogs.
Yeah. I'm out here slinging Dover souls to these tables. Like, take this joint.
Dover souls.
Yeah. And then you like, they have this, it has like this broth kind of, I wouldn't call it like a broth, but it's almost kind of like a gravy type.
Okay.
And you like, it has vegetables in it. It's a light color, you know, and you just, we usually, every time we give it to them, we have to ask them, hey, would you like us to dress the fish? And they're like looking at us, and they're like, yeah.
Then there's that, like,
so
they probably don't know what you mean. They're just like, yeah, sure.
Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do because, again, they come there often, so they know exactly what we're talking about. But yeah, then after that, we have to literally go. We have a spoon and this is John. We have to take it out. We just literally dress that.
Yeah, dress it up.
Just
put a suit on it.
Suit on there. It's just looking good, you know. But yeah.
Did you get to try any of the food yet?
I've had like some of the desserts, but I've never actually gotten any of the other like the actual like dishes. There was one, but they're changing the menu now for like the summer, and I'm mad because I think they're taking the one that I wanted to try out, and it was a type of pasta dish, and I was like, damn.
No more Dover souls. Blood brothers.
Dom's in the back. Family. Like, yo.
Put some extra family in there.
Family in there, joint. Ah, man. But yeah, that's been what I've been doing. That's why sometimes I'll be hitting you up like dumb late.
I know.
And because I'm just getting out and I never had time to like look at my phone. So yeah, that's what's been happening.
I mean, it's going to be a pro.
I'm trying. I can hold 3 plates. And
move his way up to waiter.
That's what Seth did. And I honestly wouldn't mind it, but it does it does kind of seem overwhelming though, the stuff they got to do, because you have to like know the whole menu and not to
know the section, have recommendations.
Recommendation. That's like the hardest, and it's not really hard, but then you also got to do stuff as far as like, because a lot of people ask for wine and stuff, and you got to know different types of wines.
Sauvignon.
Yeah. And you got to know a bunch of those things. So it's like, to have all that knowledge, I guess I would say, it's just, overwhelming, and you don't want to mess up, because at the end of the night it's your tip, so you want to make sure you have a good impression on your guests. So it's like, I'm sitting there, I'm just like, yeah, so how are you doing today? And they're just like, leave me alone. I'm just like, okay. I'm like, well,
okay, I'll be back.
I'll be back. All right, you guys.
Some people be going for school for that shit though, like to be like,
yeah,
like hospitality, I guess, or like even to be like a waiter, but like at a restaurant like that, and they'll be making like good money. It's just like,
yeah. Sometimes you have the good nights. Sometimes you really don't. But
hell yeah, I knew that from doing delivery. It was just like, but at least with that, something like that, people are most. I would assume that most people would give you some sort of something, because like Domino's is a little different. It's just a bunch of people that are like want cheap food and don't want to spend money.
Yeah,
so
or like they're high as shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. So. Yeah, it's been interesting, but I wouldn't mind it. It's just, I got to see how things are, as far as I have to now memorize, menu stuff and everything like that. And you also got to know exactly, like, sometimes what it's made out of and the
where it's from and shit.
Yeah, because a lot of people ask that shit. And then not to mention sometimes, because, bro, I've never seen, working here, the, like, type of, like, things as far as like people will literally ask for so much specific shit as far as like customizing your order. So they'll ask for shit, and sometimes a lot of people have allergies, or some people literally just don't like shit. So they'll be like, "Oh, can I have this, but without this, and that?" So then literally the chefs are making it without these things, and special, like, it's literally like, I've never seen a restaurant or been somewhere where people ask for so much specific shit. When, like,
you used to just being like, "Can I have this?" and
that's it.
At the very least, it's like no onion or something.
Yeah,
like,
that's it. But no, people will literally be asking for like so much shit.
And basically making a whole new dish out of it.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, what? I could never believe it. But yeah. So then you also got to remember stuff as far, like I said, like food allergies. So people have food allergies, and you got to make sure you ask that, because sometimes people don't know. The next thing you know, you have somebody dying outside, and you're just like, shit. Now your tip is gone. So yeah.
Who gave him the Dover soles? He has a blood allergy.
That wouldn't be my fault. At that point, that's not my fault, because all I'm doing is putting it on the table. I didn't give the order. I just put it on the table.
Who got the Dover soles?
Right. So it's like, he's allergic to fucking soles. What do we tell you? Oh man. But no.
Oh no, who gave it to Terry? Because you're new. It's like, you never give the Dover soles to Terry.
Right? You never give those to Terry. He said he liked it though. He said he really wanted it.
He always says he does.
This is why we don't give it to him. Oh man. But yeah. I've enjoyed it. And it's been rough, but hey, I'm getting through it. It's whatever. Help me.
Blink twice.
I need help. But yeah, that's where I've been.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. I see you out here serving.
Yeah.
Serving America's wealthy.
Yeah, basically. So.
Oh, one last thing before we get out here. So, like, we recently had, like, 4th of July and, like, fireworks. I remember last year quarantine, like, there was just, like, a month of fireworks because, like, the rating, or, like, the
month, bro.
2
it was
months.
The whole year, bro. I swear it was the whole rest of the year, bro. After that raid, the whole rest of the year, every day, there was a firework going off. Yeah. Like, oh, my God.
It was even before 4th of July happened, there was people shooting off fireworks like crazy.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It was just
Father's Day, I heard some.
Why? I don't know. And it's just getting so normal to the point where I hear a noise like that, and I'm just like, it's a firework. And it's going to suck one day. It's just gunshot.
It's not.
And I'm like, it's a firework.
Oh, God.
It's a firework. No worries. And yeah.
But I was cracking up because I think it was in Philly. Most likely it was. Somebody was like just shooting off fireworks in the street. Sorry. And they had like the one that's just like you just light it and there's a little tube on the floor and it just shoots out a bunch of shit. But somebody was like recreating the Batista intro. Did you see that?
Yeah. I saw that.
And I was cracking up because like I completely forgot like the intro and shit until I seen somebody in the thread like singing it. And I'm just like, yo, that shit used to go so hard. You remember it?
I don't remember really. I just remember what he did, but I just don't remember the song. It's like,
I walk for miles all through this pit of danger. That shit went so hard, bro. Yeah, he just starts.
Nobody had more than a like tougher intro than Batista, man.
And then somebody edited like an audio from a real time that he did it over the guys.
The guys, yeah.
It's just like he does the last shit.
Yeah,
that shit used to be
funny.
so tough.
That's hilarious. Yeah, man.
What's crazy to me is to see because I saw like somebody put a video of him doing a real intro, and what's crazy to me is the thought that like he was big, like husky and big as shit back then. And I feel like even now with the Marvel movies like Guardians of the Galaxy, I feel like he's even huskier than what he used to be like 20 or 15 years ago. Like,
I just can't believe the idea that man is like still, I guess, you know, in the game of like doing things. Like the fact that he's in the Marvel movies, because it was just so random to be like, okay, Dave Bautista is playing this character, and you're just like, wait, what? Who? Why is he playing? And it's just so weird. But I mean, yeah. You know, to think like, wow, we watched this guy when we were just young, and this man's now still doing stuff.
With his soul patch.
Yeah, that one piece of facial hair he had. Everything else clean, but he had that soul patch. But yeah, man, Dave Bautista.
I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora?
Yeah, why is Gamora? I'm like, this man is
he's still killing it. And he does like other movie shit too.
Yeah, I think he's had something on Netflix, some zombie thing. I remember I saw. It was something that came out very recently. It was a type of like a zombie. I don't know if it was a show or a movie, but I do remember it just came out kind of recently. I think probably in June, like end of June or early July.
I'm trying to remember. Where did he have? Didn't he have like a belly button tattoo, or like some other shit? It was like a cross or something wrapped around it. Remember he had some weird ass tattoo.
Yes, I do remember that, and he was like, "Yo, nobody else would get this, but because it's Batista, it was fine." I do remember that. Yeah, it was something weird. I don't know. But yeah, he pulled it off.
I heard that theme song. I was like, yo, I forgot how stupid. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't watch that shit anymore. But like, I feel like the theme songs don't hit like they used to back then.
Man, these people using rappers' theme songs now.
Are they actually?
No. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I feel like that'd be the smarter thing to do.
Yeah, but it's like, bro, I don't know. I feel like, because again, back then, it was that idea that everybody had that rock phase.
Yeah. So, but that shit was hit though. Like,
yeah, it was.
Edge had his shit.
Exactly.
Triple H.
But now
it's time to play the game.
I always say that. But now it's like, you know, that day and age has just kind of faded away. So nobody really knows the songs, or like it's just people aren't like interested in like, you know, hearing it or remember or know like what their theme is when they come out. They're like, oh wait, what is it, you know? But usually as soon as back then you heard it, you knew like every word, word for word, as soon as they
wouldn't even
out.
listen to that shit for real.
Exactly, but you just knew that song because of that person. Like, man,
nothing beats the Stone Cold like glass break for me though. That shit is
yeah, every time you heard that,
everybody's eyes would be like,
yeah, where is he? Because that's the only man in wrestling history that just shows up wherever he wants. He just shows up right next to you in the audience.
He would be like a Raw member and then pull up on SmackDown. It's Stone Cold. Stone Cold. It's like the one clip I sent you.
Yeah.
It's like, tequila, a beer, another beer, vodka, more beer, and another beer. Man. They was like real life superheroes, bro.
They were. They're still around.
With the best. And still, like, I don't know. I feel like his whole like shtick or whatever, his whole like character was still just like one of the best for me. Cause like he had the intro where everybody freak out, his move, like the Stone Cold Stunner.
Oh, yeah.
And then the beer shit. I don't think anybody has beaten like the beer shit that he would do.
No.
Or when he would rock somebody, he'd be all up in their mitt for whatever reason.
Yeah, I feel like, again, like you said, like that whole beer thing.
That
like,
shit was so badass. My man's
literally got paid to just make a mess.
Yeah,
like literally just
he would hop on that top room and just smack them Jones hard as shit and just knock them back.
You're just in the front row, just yeah.
They probably like wanted that to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, throw that beer in my face. Oh man. Or probably Yo, man, I just thought about this. Imagine you're in the crowd, but then he's like, you're seeing freaking Triple H, and he spits his water. And you just have your mouth open. You're like, well, I mean, just had all that water in his mouth, and now you just spit it right in your mouth. That's
You probably can't.
nasty.
It's just funny. I never thought about this. The fact that like he still like wrestles. I think like sometimes like he'll pop out like every 6 months.
He's like the manager or something now.
At one point, but then he would like, I don't know, they make some type of drama. It's like, oh, I'm gonna fight the manager, and the manager's fucking Triple H. Like
somehow you're fighting your manager. It's
so
like able to have a job.
It's like I know at one point they didn't have crowds, but like imagine Triple H doing his thing like with Corona.
I know.
So to him just like on the floor.
Everybody's like, okay. Yeah, that was cool.
Or did they just not wrestle? I don't know.
They probably didn't, honestly.
Because I ain't hear like Triple H is out because he had Corona. He's out for WrestleMania.
I think they just stopped it completely. I don't hear anything, though. Because I don't watch it same as you, but most likely that's what they did.
What was Edge's song?
Oh, fuck.
I will fight. I see clearly. Or is that Randy Orton? What's Randy Orton's?
I'm trying to think.
I
think it is Randy Orton.
Yeah.
I think that is Randy Orton's. But Edge is like something also very memorable that I'm like, if I hear like the
if you hear the shit,
I'll know it. Damn, I can't remember it. That joint was tough though. Edge was also one of those damn wrestlers that you didn't know if you liked or hated.
Yeah.
Because he always portrayed, but then he was always like, yo, I want that. That man's good. We need him on our team. Oh, man.
Good times.
Wrestling.
But we're running short on time. Our camera's being stupid, so we're learning the new camera. But where can they find you, Mark?
You can find me Instagram at ETC Marky Mark, Twitter Marky Mark, Twitch at MC Marky Mark, Victor, where can they find you, and et cetera at?
Find me on all platforms. So Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, all that shit. At ETC Victor. Same for et cetera on all platforms. At real et cetera. The email's real.etc@gmail.com. Yep, we're doing our thing. More stuff coming soon. More announcements coming very soon. I'm really trying to like get shit pushed out so we can move forward and make new things for you guys. And anything you want to say, Mark, before we get out here?
Just make sure, if you're ever down bad, just make sure you know you can get through it with family.
Yes, and I forgot to mention, we mentioned Batista being in Guardians of the Galaxy, and Dom Toretto is in Guardians of the Galaxy as Groot.
Both of them are in it.
So when he's saying Groot, I can't believe somebody hasn't made that a meme yet.
True.
I was saying like, I am Groot. It's like, this is family.
yeah. With family. That's going to happen. I give it about like 2 days. Somebody's going to do it.
But, all right. We love you guys. See you next week. Bye.